We're here at the finish line of the Great Bay Half Marathon to talk about Yankee Timing's great finish line setup. Two different types of systems that are going to time the runners, and when you have two systems like this, it pretty much guarantees 100% of all the folks crossing this finish line are going to get timed. We're going to start with these mats. These are the familiar blue and red mats that everybody sees at a race. The folks cross the finish line, and of course these mats will read the bib numbers. But let me show you something else that really has helping Yankee Timing set itself apart. This is the Flashpoint. No, it's not the TV show Flashpoint. This is a Chronotrack system that also catches the runner's bib numbers. Now, what's the advantage of having two systems? Obvious. Two systems increases the probability of everybody getting time. Now, I'm also going to tell you a couple of stories about what makes this Flashpoint special. As you look below me, you don't see anything. Now, you runners know that occasionally you have been fooled. Some timing companies set this mat up. They're not trying to fool you, but it's been accidental. They'll set it up about 50 yards in front of the finish line to help the announcer. It's an announcer mat, but it looks like the finish mat. How many of you have crossed this thinking that this is the finish line, and then somebody yells at you, you still got to run another 50 yards? When you set up the Flashpoint in front of the finish line, there's no mat that confuses the runners, so the runners can run right by it, not even know it's there. I'm also going to tell you something else. Now, you're going to say, oh, this is never going to happen at my race. Well, it happened in Salisbury, Massachusetts. We were at a race. Yankee Timing set up those mats at the finish line during high tide of one of the most severe floodings and high waves we have ever seen. The water came over the side onto the road and was going to wash out the mats. How did they time it? Well, you'd have to have a pretty severe flooding for these Flashpoints to get wet. The water was only ground level, so they took up the mats, used the Flashpoint, and everybody got time. And that's why you do timing with Yankee Timing.